Hi guys, Graham here again from Bainbridge Technologies. Hope you're all doing well. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our two power tops that we have available. Firstly, our AGM 110 Gel battery power top. This is a unit that we've had for a number of years now and has been very well received around the country. Basically, you've got a couple of Ciga sockets, an Engel socket and a Merit socket on the front of the unit here. You also, as you know, have the power with a voltmeter on the side. On the side of the unit here, we have a couple of Anderson plugs in different color configurations so that you can't mix up the plugs and get them set up wrong. The grey Anderson plug is purely there for any regulated power going in or out of your battery. So if you've got a DC to DC in your car, you can plug it into the grey. If you've got an older style of vehicle that doesn't have a smart alternator and has a constant voltage output regulated alternator, you can plug that directly into the blue Anderson plug, because that purely therefore then is just to charge up the battery in here, and it's got its own internal voltage control relay to do so. And then for any of you guys that have got a solar panel without a regulator on it, so a raw panel, you can plug it straight into the red Anderson plug here, because the solar panel and regulator is built into the power top, so it takes care of that. So that unit, we've had that on the market for a couple of years now, so you can do plenty of research of that on our website as well. But that's available, ready to go now. It's in store, so just go to one of our participating dealer partners and they can help you out with that. What we are really excited to introduce to you is the new Lithium PowerTop. Now, this unit here, 110 amp hour AGM, weighs 35 kilos. This unit here, you're around about the 14 kilo mark for equivalent sort of power. This one's a 50 amp lithium battery, so around about the same sort of power as a 100 amp hour AGM battery when you take it to your 50% depth of discharge on AGM. The lithium, you can go down to 100% depth of discharge with this particular battery, but we recommend 80%. Leave it around about that, so you've got a little bit in reserve and you get a little bit longer life expectancy out of the battery. Now, speaking of that, 5-year warranty on the lithium batteries inside these units. Now, they're an Australian-made product, and this is what we're really proud about, is both of these products. Bainbridge Technologies is an Australian company, so these are both engineered, designed, manufactured here in Australia, even the lithium battery. So it's keeping plenty of Australians in the job, which is an awesome thing, especially at the current crisis that we've been going through. So with the power top itself, this particular unit also has 3 Anderson plugs on the side, which can be utilized for regulated inputs or outputs. So if you've got your charger from your DC to DC in your vehicle going into this to charge the power top, you can run then 2 50 amp power supplies out via the Anderson plugs, whether it be a fridge or some sort of generating power for power supplies or for water pumps, all those sorts of things. Plenty of different uses anyway. They're all then controlled via 3 fuses on top of the unit here. This one fuse here controls all your Ciga sockets, and these 2 30 amp fuses here are combined in series to control the power and fuse the 3 Anderson plugs on the side. Now, speaking of the Ciga sockets, on this side here, you've got 2 Ciga sockets. You then move into a Engel plug. You then move into a USB and C-type, which it also is on this one as well. So you've got 2 dual USB and 2 C-types. A lot of new devices now are taking C-type, so I think we're one of the first products on the market that'll have the C-type in it for some sort of power supply anyway. With the unit itself, once again, you turn it on and you've got a voltage meter with a battery indicator. So that's a nice and handy little thing, so you can see that whilst you're in your green, you know you're in the top end of your depth of discharge, or state of charge, I should say. And once you start getting down in your voltage, these units will cut out at around 11.5 volts. You'll actually see the voltage being indicated, and also then your depth of charge around the side. So a really great little unit, nice and lightweight. Can be also utilised in the flat position like so. So if you are limited for height and room, you can just put it like that and it'll fit underneath a seat in your vehicle or wherever you want to go. So another awesome feature of the Lithium PowerTop is it comes in 2 variations. This one doesn't have it, but you can also get it with a DC to DC built into the unit. So with the DC to DC unit, you would just basically connect from your Ciga socket to the input on the side here. There's little baby Anderson plugs in here, which will come with the unit. Plug that into your Ciga socket, and that'll be up to a 10 amp charge. So as long as your Ciga socket's capable of carrying a 10 amp circuit, which nearly all vehicle units are, that will enable this to charge at 10 amps whilst you're driving without the expense of an internal DC to DC in your vehicle, which can be fairly expensive. But it also gives you the opportunity to charge this from any vehicle. So if you've got multiple units in the family, vehicles in the family, you can use the one unit. Or as I said, once again, if you're on your boat, you could plug it into the Ciga socket on your boat and charge this from the alternator out of your outboard. So you're not putting any strain then on your actual motor, and you're not putting any strain on your starting battery or cranking battery in your boat. So an awesome feature to have. The internal DC to DC charger comes in two variations. The size is actually 10 amp or 20 amp. So if you do have a dedicated auxiliary input into the back of your vehicle which is capable of carrying more than a 10 amp load, you can flick this over and charge at 20 amp, or you can just charge it at 10 amp if you're going to a Ciga socket. So once again, awesome feature to have, and is only here in the Baintech Lithium PowerTop. So please don't be afraid. Give us a call if there's anything you want to know further about these units, or for any further information, go to www.baintech.com.au and have a look at the spec sheets on the site. And as I said, please don't hesitate to give us a call if you need any further information.